George might be
And
there.
George, oh hell yeah,
Around
they're both Greek
corporate.
Jakes.
Careless
Well,
whisper.
I'm not gonna be over here. I'm gonna be
Oh, I know you can't see.
He was a big fan. Come on, man. He knows all them songs. He probably can sing them and shit.
That was a single, but I know.
This little arrow up here.
No, he was on top.
I got a lot of sisters, so they
Oh yeah.
growing up and shit. Being in the hospital with women is crazy.
You think it's on? Okay, so we out here, Shalom. We got the live stream going. The live stream is on. Today's date, as you know, is what is it? December 31st, 2016. Almost forgot. Which is a so-called New Year's Eve, as you can see, that we're not on 34th and 7th. We're in an undisclosed location, and we're here to push this word out. And like I said, for the last, I don't know, month or so, I was saying we're going to go into the book of Baruch. So we are going to go into the book of Baruch. We're going to start the second chapter. We're going to read, and then we're going to see where the Spirit leads us. You know? And by the way, this is the new year. Last year was the 2016, a year to push. This year is the 2017, a year of death and destruction. Also diligence. All right? So it's about being diligent about this thing. And you guys that are lukewarm, 2017, watch how many guys fall off, man. They get kicked out or they fall off. Because you lack faith. See, now, George Michael, he sung a song, you gotta have faith, but he lost faith, you know? The big pumpkin head, man, stuck in the closet, for real. That's how cheesecake. Eat them cheesecakes, Greek cheesecakes, baklava. Let's go, second chapter. See, you gotta have fun with this thing. See, it's cold, but it ain't that cold. It really hasn't been cold yet. We know it's gonna get cold, you know? We know it's gonna get cold. You know, it might get a little bit colder than this. We're gonna have them brick cold days, all right? You're gonna have a couple of brick cold weekends. So, in season, out of season, all right? Anyway, go ahead, let's start that. Let's go with the Spirit, man. Y'all got precepts, bring it on out.
This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 1. Therefore the Lord has made good his word which he pronounced against us, and against our judges that judged Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah.
So wait a minute. Now, if we're the people of Israel, why would we want to be Israel if the Most High was against Israel? Well, the Most High is against Israel because we sinned. So now somebody get me Amos 3 and start from the top.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Right, so the Most High is against us because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
Against the whole house, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
That's talking about really the 13 tribes. It was 13 tribes at that time. Go ahead.
Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
And that hasn't changed. The Most High said, you only have I known of all the families or all the nations of the earth. Go ahead. And that prophecy of Abraham, through thy seed, Abraham's seed, shall all the families of the earth be blessed. It's talking about Israel. It's not talking about you Edomites and you other nations, all right? Go ahead.
It says, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
And we're punished. And the main punishment is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the whole chapter, which this clown, Dr. James White, the Edomite, said it doesn't apply to us, you know? And it clearly applies to us, man. I mean, it's like reading the script for the movie Roots of Mandingo or Drunk, or 12 Years a Slave, or what's this movie that came out, the Nat Turner story, Birth of a Nation. So you're going to say that doesn't apply to us, man? How you going to get around the fact about the yoke of iron upon thy neck? How you going to get around that? Because Dr. James White, the Edomite, the devil, he said that's talking about the Assyrians and the Babylonians. Well, where did the Syrians and Babylonians put yokes of iron on our necks? And if you go to your smartphone and you put yoke of iron, you know what's going to come up? Black people in slavery with yokes of iron on their neck. It ain't going to come. It ain't going to be nothing on the Assyrian Empire. All right.
Yep.
If you want to get it, you know, when you get it, let me know. Take your time. Go ahead, read on, Amos.
It says,
Read from the top again, Amos 3 and 1.
Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord has
What
spoken.
word? The Bible. See, we got to keep stopping and explain it because people can't get it. So that this word is not talking about the Quran or the Book of the Dead or the Talmud, as Marshall would say, King Marshall, the Talmud. It ain't talking about that. Go ahead.
It says, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Now, if you don't receive that punishment, it tells you in Hebrews that you're a bastard or you're a mumza. When you look up the word bastard and you go to the Hebrew in the Old Testament, the word is mumza, which means, it doesn't mean half-breed, like some of you idiots say. You know what a mumza is, a bastard is? It's a man or a woman born from an adulterous relationship. Okay? Go ahead. What do you put in? You put in when you
Yokes of iron.
Huh? Okay, you didn't put in Negroes in slavery.
I said yokes of iron.
Okay, good. Now you can show it on the camera there. He just put in, if you notice, he just put in yoke of iron or yokes of iron, and what came out, because I did it. And you have nothing but a bunch of pictures of Jake in slavery, man. Yep. So what in the hell are you talking about, Dr. James White, the Edomite? That's why nobody wants to deal with you and talk to you in dialogue. So that's it, man. These are prophecies coming to pass. You can't get around these prophecies, man. And we're not here to build a kingdom within a kingdom. All right? Our kingdom is going to be built when this kingdom is taken down. And Yahweh Shai said, if this was my kingdom, I serve them to fight. So that means if you're building a kingdom within a kingdom, that means you're going to fight people, man. Go ahead, Art.
This is Daniel's chapter 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand.
And the wicked doesn't understand. That's why Dr. James White, the Edomite, doesn't understand. That's why Vocab, No Class Malone doesn't understand. That's why them Jakes in the unconscious community or the conscious community don't understand. But it's mainly referring to Esau, man. Now, the super elite, they know exactly what's going on. They know that they're going into slavery. They know that we're the Israelites, man. They know who and where the prophets are. But what they don't know is that they think they're going to kind of get around it by paying people off to upset this truth, but you're not going to upset this truth, man. So you're going to be upset. All right? All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Name the scripture and read it again, please.
Job, chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yeah, so your enterprise on the dollar bill, the Federal Reserve note, the $1 Federal Reserve note, it says in Latin, "Anua coeptus," which means our enterprise have been crowned with success. And your success is the agenda of the New World Order. But that's not going to be, it's not going to be crowned. It's not going to be blessed. Your plans are going to be upsetting. All right? Is there more to that?
Yep. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Take up the wise in their own craftiness. Go ahead.
And the counsel of the froward is carried headlong.
And you're going to be destroyed. And look, we're not scared of you, right? We're not scared of you because as soon as you do something to us, then the Most High would have to act. All right?
Most High gonna make a move on you.
He's gonna make a move on you. So when you make a big deal to try to get Israel from pushing this, like let's say you knock the whole internet off, well then the word has been published already, man, has been preached. So it says in Matthew 24, when this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached throughout the whole world, and I believe that word there is oikomeni in the Greek. It said then the end shall come. Well, guess what? This gospel has been preached throughout the whole world, starting back in July of 2007. So we're talking about 2000. That's 10 years, man. So this word has been prophesied on a worldwide scale for 10 years. So go ahead and knock the internet off, and the YouTube and all that. The word has already been put out there, man. The elect has already been sealed.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 10, and Romans chapter 10, verse 18. But I say, have they not heard?
Okay, it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth,
Let me know.
and their words unto the ends of the world.
Looks good though.
So pretty much the word has been propagated and taught throughout the four corners of the earth. I read that again. It says, but I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
That's happening right now.
That's happening right now. How did that happen? The internet is what carried the word. You know, the internet is what took this word and brought it on a large scale to be taught worldwide. That's why it's called WWW, the World Wide Web. You know, so this is what pushed the word out there like that. And the Lord gave you devils this technology just so His word could be propagated and be taught throughout the four corners of the earth. Because you wouldn't be able to go physically to every place where Jake is at.
Yeah, Yahushua said that. He said,
Well, go to
that
that,
what you-
Matthew's 10. Go
"Thou
to
shalt
that,
not go over
Matthew's 10.
all the cities in Israel." I don't know what you
As a
got.
matter of fact, you can start from the 5th verse, Matthew's 10:5, and read down. Because Matthew's 10, that's a whole topic right there, Matthew's 10. That's a
They call it
heavy,
the Sermon on the Mount, something like that they call it.
actually that's Matthew's 5.
Matthew 5.
Yep.
I got it.
Go ahead,
Matthew,
go ahead.
this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Now, can I say something on this? Now, this guy, Dr. James White, the Edomite, he'll go into the Great Commission. That's in Matthew's 28, and it's like the last verse, the last two verses. Somebody please go to that. Yeah, Matthew 28, and then go to the last verse. The last they call that the Great Commission, where it says, go out to all the world, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So Dr. James White, the Edomite, he uses that scripture to say that the Lord came for all people. But wait a minute, then how can you explain Matthew's 10 and 5? Or Matthew's 10, 5 and 6? And why would you follow a man that says don't go and teach the Gentiles, and then at the end of his gospel or his mission, he says go out and teach the Gentiles? It doesn't make any sense. So now let's deal with the word Gentile. Sometimes when you come across the word Gentiles, it's talking about the actual Gentile. Case in point, the scripture that the brother's reading right now in Matthew's 10 and 5. Matthew's 10, 5 and 6. Those are talking about actual Gentiles. Then in Matthew's 28, that's talking about Israelites that are scattered among the Gentiles. Somebody else hold me St. John 7:35.
This is verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yeah, because there's a message to be taught. The message to be taught is the message of salvation. Now, what you don't understand is that the message of salvation was only to be taught to the nation of Israel. Because when you go out throughout all the Bible, when you read the reason, you have to understand the reason why salvation was taught. The reason why salvation was taught was because you had a nation of people that the Heavenly Father gave laws, statutes, and commandments to, and the only way to make it good or make it right, if you broke the law, was to do a sacrifice, an animal sacrifice, depending on the law that you broke. So it came to a point where the Most High didn't want them sacrifices anymore because he got tired of the sacrifices. So what came after that? There had to be an ultimate sacrifice by his son, whose name is Yahawashi, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And that's the reason why he came, to redeem the people that were under those laws. See? And that's what the whole thing was about. That's why the message of salvation is only to be taught to the nation of Israel. And then when you speak about the Gentiles, it's talking about the Israelites that were lost in the midst of all these other different nations. You know, and it's just that simple. But the thing about it, people want to add, you know, their BS to it. You know, they want to add their spin to it because they're excluded from it. And when you go back to the time when Israel was building up Jerusalem again, the nations tried to come there, and what happened? They were rejected because they had no part or no place in the salvation of the nation of Israel or building up the temple of Israel. You know?
Good. Oh yeah.
It says, heal the sick.
You got something?
Yeah, I got the one in Matthew 28.
Okay, yeah, bring that one out.
This is Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, now if you read that face value and you have no understanding of what the Bible's speaking of,
Like Dr. James White the Edomite doesn't have.
that's right, like Dr. James White the Edomite, you're going to think it's talking about all nations. Why did he say that? Because Israel is scattered among all these different nations, and what's going to be used to sift them out is this word. Because you have an election among these nations. You have those that are going to die, but you also have an election among the nation that are Israelites that are going to be brought out, drawn out by the word. You know?
Karab ain't here? Karab not here?
He's
Where you parked this car? Where you parked the car?
Yeah, that him right there.
Well, where did you park this car?
Teaching them
I
to
don't
observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you.
right, which is what?
Where you park your car?
Salvation.
Watch out,
Watch
watch
out,
out.
watch out.
You know, because Yahawashi gave that word, you know, and that's the reason why he set up the disciples, which later became apostles, to push that message out. That's what the scriptures say in the book of Isaiah, how beautiful are the feet of them
Which
that
I don't
publish
think
good
they are, but,
tidings, you know, of peace. What are those good tidings of peace? The Most High at one time took his peace from us, but now that Yahawashi made that ultimate sacrifice, now the Heavenly Father is pleased with the elect right now. So they're able to have a way to get to him, you know, to receive forgiveness through Yahawashi. You know?
And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world.
Yeah. So Yahawashi is here even now. You know, he said he's always, you know, even when he went back to the spirit world, he was with the disciples back then, you know, which became apostles. He's here right now. You know, whenever you teaching that word, 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst. You know?
That's what he said.
Because he's waiting because you got to understand, this kingdom that's coming, that's his kingdom.
Yeah.
We're joint heirs with him.
Yeah,
know?
we always say the kingdom of Israel.
But what about setting up a kingdom?
Now, you can't do that. Two kings can't sit on one throne.
Yeah, because we always say the kingdom of Israel is really the kingdom of Yahawashi.
That's it.
And by default, it's the kingdom of Israel.
That's right.
He gets his props first. He gets his glory first.
Yeah.
Well, in order for you to have a kingdom inside of a kingdom, you would have to resist the powers, right?
Yeah.
So really, you're going against the Most High.
Correct.
Romans, the 13th chapter.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yep.
See, he got
Who
some.
think he is? Johanna.
Yeah.
General Johanna.
Oh, that fat pig. He's a, what was that from, damn, Scarface. He's a pig that don't fly straight. yeah.
It's Zaryak, you better come into the light, man.
Step into the light.
I mean, anybody that follows that guy, oh man.
Well, you can see them guys are all retarded, man. You know?
You got it, bro. Is it more? That That was it? Okay, go
This is
back.
back in Matthew chapter 10, verse 8. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils.
That was the message. That's why the disciples went. What did Yahweh tell the disciples? He said, look, the works that I do, you're going to do greater. And you're going to do and greater. So it said that people were brought out to the street, in so much as even the shadow of Peter, when it overshadowed them, they were healed. So that was a greater work than Yahweh, because Yahweh, when he came, the woman touched his garment, and when she touched his garment, she was healed. But the shadow of Peter just passing over somebody that was sick, they were healed. So that was
a lot of power right there.
yeah, because the Spirit of the Lord was there. So that's why he told them, look, you're gonna prophesy, you're gonna do all these things. But he said, wait in Jerusalem until you be endowed with power from on high.
Oh, the guy at the temple gate, beautiful.
Yeah.
And by
that's
him
a
being
big
healed, I think it said 3,000 souls were joined to the church.
Yes.
Just that one act of that guy being healed.
And that just shows you, man. So, but now we're at the time now where we're not really in the time of miracles now. So now it's just based solely off of faith.
Boy, if you want to,
You know?
get in.
No, so it's solely
Say a
based
few
off
words,
of faith,
brother.
you know? This is the time now, it's based solely off of faith, you know? So we don't have those miracles that happened back then. You know, the closer we get, the miracles will start happening, but we're at the point now where it's just totally based on belief. You know, you either believe it or you don't. You know?
It says, freely ye have received, freely give.
Right, freely you have received, freely give. So basically, you ain't supposed to be selling this word. Like a lot of you guys are making merchandise of the word of the Lord. What did Yahweh do when they were selling in the temple? He went in there and started kicking their ass, man. If I'm sure he held back because he had the power to kill them, so he just beat their ass just so they can show some goddamn respect. Hey, Nehemiah, the zeal of the Lord hit Nehemiah too. When Jake was going off, what did he do? He started beating them, pulling their hair, kicking them in the ass. So sometimes the men of the Lord got violent because of the wickedness that Jake was doing, man.
You can't get violent now.
You can't get violent now.
Cop will blow your ass away.
That's
man.
right. That's right.
You gotta walk in the spirit.
But they got violent, but you can't do that now. We're in a different time now. Because you get arrested, you get shot. The way these cops are going now. Go ahead, bro.
It says, provide neither gold nor silver, nor brass in your purse.
I knew you were gonna slide this way.
Come
on into the light.
No script in your journey. I got it. It says, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet stabs for your workman. His worry of his meat.
Basically, you don't worry about it. The Lord's gonna take care of you.
Yeah,
the Lord take care of you through people that listen to you, man.
Right.
All right? Because you got these clowns talking about you guys accept the tax, where's that, split this, and all that. They didn't get money. And they did get money, man. Abraham gave money to Melchizedek, and he gave a tenth. And what does the word tithe mean? When you look the word up, it means tenth, dumbass.
Yeah, I found the scripture. It's 3,000 souls. It says, the book of Acts 2 and 41. Well, let me start at 40. And with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourselves from this untoward generation. Pretty much the same thing we're saying. Then they that gladly received his word were baptized. And the same day they were added unto, now that's the same day, they were added unto them about 3,000 souls. Yeah, that's in just one day.
So it's easy for the Most High to wake Jake up if he wanted to.
And you know what? Now that's beautiful because in one day 3,000 souls were converted. Now in this, right, there's another one that said 5,000. But now in this time, it's going to be hundreds of thousands. This is the last go round, man. And a lot of these, like I said the other day, I believe it was a live show last night. I did a live show, the Spirit jumped on me, I grabbed the camera, just did a live show, man, I said that a lot of these jakes that are following that black consciousness community stuff, a lot of them are beginning to see they're being revealed right now. They're all about money, man. So a lot of them, and they're saying it now. They said the light is full of shit. This guy is shit, you know. So a lot of those black conscious guys who you guys introduced us to your world, and they started talking shit about us. A lot of them people are going to start sliding over to being a Hebrew Israelite, man, because it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, like the Apostle Paul said, he just grabbed the camera and started teaching. That's that scripture. It says apt to teach. That's what it means by being apt to teach. And plus, we're in the time when we're supposed to turn up our lamps.
That's it.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's that parable Yahushua taught about the 10 virgins. 5 were wise, 5 were foolish. The 5 that were wise, they had that oil to turn up their lamps. So you're seeing an example of that with Great Millstone. The Lord has given us that oil that King David said, "My cup runneth over." That's us, man. The Lord has given us this oil, and we're shining our lamps. You know?
Yeah, we love doing this, man. Because if you don't love doing this, if this is like a chore to you, then really you're not of the elect. You shouldn't be in this thing, man. You know?
I got the scripture, the book of Psalms 110 and 3. It says, "Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power." Now earlier it was said that we're living in a time when hundreds of thousands of people have joined us. Not just 3,000 or 5,000, thousands of people. You know, basically the Lord is looking for a number, 144,000. Okay, so plus the 1/3. All right, the 1/3 of the nation. So.
Hey, you know what's funny
Bar.
too?
The bar.
Yeah.
I think it went offline.
Hey, you know what's
Just mess
funny?
with it, man.
You know what's heavy about that? See, the Lord is dealing with controversy because he's got all these different groups doing different things, making certain things happen to get a certain a class of people, so to speak, to watch and see what's going on and inquire about what's going on. They're seeing all this commotion going around, and you think that it's dividing everything, but the Lord is sifting out the ones that he wants. That's why the black unconscious community came down there starting their bullshit. So then now that you got a whole different audience that are watching the Israelites now that wasn't open to them before. So the Lord is causing all this friction to go on to get the word out, man.
So Sarnetta, you did a good thing.
Yeah.
You did a good work. It said you can do nothing against the truth, but you can do for the truth.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. You know?
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. And many people shall go and say, "Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem."
Like those many peoples are the Israelites, because they're going to come to learn. All right? Just like we learned, just like these young brothers that you see before you, they learned from us, you know? These brothers here are our fruit, like Lahab is all. You are our fruit. Okay, well, these brothers are our fruit, okay? And then they get fruit.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, well, that's what Yahushua said, "I will make you fishers of men." You know? So fruit, it equals, you know, other men that are coming into this thing. You know? And that's why the Apostle Paul told Timothy, he said, to teach men that are going to be able to teach other men. You know, in so many words. Matter of fact, I'll get that real quick. If anybody...
You know, while you getting there, you see all those different camps. This is a whole new spirit, man. That live stream spirit. You see, hey, while we're doing the work right here, you got like 4 live streams going on right now. Then you're going to have a bunch of them going on later on. And who knows, maybe the spirit might jump on us when we do another show later tonight.
Good.
I know one thing, the January 20th, the inauguration of Liquid Trump, most time we're going to do one way or another, we're going to do a show where the brothers have live shows and other brothers call in, do the hangout thing, you know?
Hey, one of the comments on one of the live shows, early the Houston live show, the brother said GMS is truly the guards of Israel. They said they keep putting out shows and dropping information while these other camps are dropping mixtapes.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
They're bullshit,
Yeah,
man.
it's true.
The Most High separated who the true men of the Lord are in opposition of these phonies, man. These guys that are selling you T-shirts and mugs and hip hop videos and cruises, you know,
To make not my father's house.
and commercials. You can't even get into the video, but you're getting all into the video, and all of a sudden a aspirin commercial pop up.
Yeah.
You know, we
Throw
would
the
never
spirit
do
up.
no shit like that, man.
Throw the
You
spirit
trying to make money off of the YouTube.
We read that earlier. You know, what was that in Matthew 10? Buy the truth and sell it not.
That's it.
You know.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 5. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thither. Thither was saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant.
Everlasting covenant. That's the second covenant. Hebrews 8.
That shall not be forgotten.
That shall not be forgotten. So that's the second. That's the second covenant. And when you read the second covenant or the New Testament, matter of fact, give me that please. Hebrews 8, verse 6. It doesn't mention anything about the Gentiles. Because when this guy, Dr. James White the Edomite, was doing the show, and somebody had called in, this was what, going back, 4 or 5 months ago, and the brother brought out Hebrews the 8th chapter, and then Dr. James White the Edomite said, well, the Gentiles is in there. The Gentiles not mentioned in there. Now the word Gentiles is mentioned in Romans the 9th chapter, but those Gentiles are talking about Israel. So you just added to the word, man. You know? All right, go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 8, verse 6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also ye have slacked. But now have ye obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is a mediator of a better covenant, which is established upon better promises.
Go ahead.
It says, for if the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. It says, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Go ahead.
House
Go
of-
ahead.
Yeah, the house of
You
Israel.
can speak on it.
Yeah, the house of Israel, because you had the kingdom of Israel was split into two. You had the northern kingdom and you had the southern kingdom. So the Lord is going to make a new covenant. Now the word covenant means agreement. Now when you go to the book of Ezekiel, it breaks down what the agreement is. Where the Lord says he's going to put his laws into our inward parts. Also, part of the new covenant, you had the tribe of Levi. They were the priests of the nation of Israel. Now, part of the new covenant is all the tribes are going to be priests now. And that's pursuant to Exodus 19:6. We're going to be a kingdom of priests, not just the tribe of Levi, but all the tribes. So that's part of that new covenant too. And that's through Yahushua, which Yahushua, by the way, was of the tribe of Judah. All right? But Yahushua was what? The priest of priests, if you will. All right? And when he gave up the spirit and went back to the Father, the veil in the temple ripped. What did that signify? That signified that now through Yahushua, Yahushua is the Holy of Holies. Okay, when you go into that history of why, you had the high priest that officiated the business. You had to go to the temple. Then the high priest was chosen for that year, would sit in the Holy of Holies and make sacrifices for the nation of Israel. But Yahushua, through Yahushua, we don't need that anymore. Yahushua is the Holy of Holies. He is the Ark of the Covenant. So
It says,
go ahead.
not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah, that covenant, that agreement was the laws, statutes, and commandments. Then you had the priesthood
Written on tablets of stone.
written on the
This
tables of
time,
stone.
the laws are going to be written in your heart, meaning you're going to be programmed.
That's it. Yeah.
That's
So we're not going to, there's not, in the kingdom of heaven, there's not Israelites, there's not going to be one Israelite, man or woman or child. They're not going to commit one sin. They're not going to they're not going to break one law.
Right.
Now, we're going to be the priests over the other nations because they're going to be breaking laws, and we're going to judge them on their laws, man.
That's right.
The laws that they break, other Most High.
That's right.
All right?
I got a quick precept.
This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 21. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever.
That's the new covenant. We're going to be all righteous. So you're not going to have one unrighteous Israelite in the kingdom. Right? Go ahead.
It says, they shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified.
Yeah, that land is talking about the land of Israel, which that's the chosen land. Even in the Apocrypha, it speaks about, of all the lands the Lord created, thou hast thee one pit.
Yep.
Now that pit is the land of Israel. That's the Lord's chosen land. And that land is going to be more beautiful than any other land. When the Lord beautifies it, and talks about how he's going to beautify his box and bring in the fir tree and all of that. So the land of Israel is going to look like super paradise.
But don't get us wrong. The whole earth is going. You got to understand the whole earth, the garden eastward in Eden. The word Eden means paradise. Aidan, which is the whole planet Earth. The whole planet Earth was a paradise. Yeah. But there's going to be a headquarters, if you will,
right
in the midst of that earth.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
The great city.
That's it.
Which, sort to the book of Galatians, it says Jerusalem is the mother of us all. So of all lands, that's the most special land, and we're gonna dwell there.
And you Edomites don't like that, man. And that's why you always come against us, you know? You come against the Israelites, but you really come against us, you know? Because you know in your heart of hearts that we have that truth. You trying to find a loophole to get in there. You ain't gonna get in there, man.
Right.
You know, the only thing you can do is hope that you're an Israelite. That's it. Other than that, that's your ass.
Hey, you know what's heavy too? Like the apostles are speaking about the paradise, right? The earth being a paradise. One of the movies that Christopher Columbus did, 1492, Conquest of Paradise. Because when they came to this side of the world was untouched by Esau. So it was a paradise over here. This was like the remnant of what was left of paradise until these devils got a hold of it. You know, but imagine the kingdom is going to be far greater than that.
Yeah, but these devils have the nerve to make America great again. America was great when you devils weren't here. You was here.
Well, America is going to be great. It's going to be a great desert.
Great desert.
So Liquid Trump is going to make America great.
Yeah, well,
He's going to make this a desert, man.
That's true.
Hey, you know
and it is going to be a desert, all right? And we're the only crew out there of Israelites
yeah.
that tells you, that gives you the straight skinny, man.
That's right.
On what's about to go down. Yeah. What's about to go down is not that we're going to build a kingdom within a kingdom. What book did he get that from? This man getting ready to go down, and our kingdom getting ready to come back up, man.
Right.
All right?
That's right.
Hey, that term, make America great again, basically means make America white again. You know, when Esau was in power, their old glory days.
Yeah. That's it. You had your fucking rule, man.
The good old
You ain't
boys.
coming up no more, man. Give me that scripture in the Apocrypha translated.
Oh yeah, Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8, is it? I believe it's 10 and 8.
Yep, one.
You know.
Now, when you look up that word translate, right? If you do a word search on that word translate in the Apocrypha, there's another scripture in the Apocrypha, I believe also in Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiasticus, where I believe the Babylonians' power is translated to the Persians and the Medes. I was going through it. Matter of fact, I put it up on the comment board, and that was an example. So if you don't understand this scripture, they gave me an example.
Right.
The Babylonian Empire was in power, and when the Babylonian Empire went down, what happened? The Persians and the Medes took it over. So it's translated.
Yep.
When Esau came over here among the Gadites, the power of Gad was taken away and translated to Esau, meaning the resources, the mineral resources.
The riches.
The riches manifest destiny. All right?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the
That's the
kingdom.
devils. How did you get this land?
Yeah, right.
Let's talk. Let's be for real. How do you get this land? Huh? How did you get this land? You came over here. You came over here, and you took it from the. You took it from 3 tribes: the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Issachar, and the tribe of Reuben. All right. And you can't get around it. Hell, Kevin Costner made a movie on it, man. There's documentaries about that, man. What was that documentary, 500 Nations, something like that? 500 Nations? And you don't like that. Bury my heart at Wounded Knee. You know, the Black 60s struggle.
Trail of Tears.
Trail of Tears. All that, this is what you devils did, man.
Yeah.
And now at the end of the deal, you ain't gonna pay? You looking for a cop-out?
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Come on, man.
You just gonna slide up in there.
You're just gonna slide up in the kingdom and everything gonna be peachy keen?
Everything gonna be all right this morning.
Everything gonna be all right this morning.
Yeah, right.
Everything gonna be all right this morning.
That's crazy.
Not for you, devil.
That's crazy.
Okay? We're gonna be living like in Coming to America with Eddie Murphy.
right.
All right?
That's right.
Had them concubines, the royal penis is washed, my lord.
Con.
Yeah, 'cause
She
we're
gonna be
all-
way, you be in the pool, and she gonna be way over there.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that was in the
Oh, way on
movie.
the other side.
He was in the pool. She was way over there.
Working on the pipeline. Yeah, that's part of the new covenant, man. That's that royal pipeline. That's the royal pipe. The real pipeline. Hey, the real bagpipe. I got you too with Nahum. Okay, go ahead. This is the book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 2. It says, the Most High is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. All right? The Lord revengeth. Yeah, the Lord, not
But how is he gonna take his vengeance?
by the hands of his people Israel. Another crazy meditation by the name of Yakanah. That's the offenders.
Calls himself an avenger.
There's a difference between an avenger and an offender. All right, you an offender. You an offender for Caesar Borgia. It says, the Most High is jealous, and the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, revengeth. The Lord revengeth. Because Esau ain't getting, like the apostle said, these devils ain't getting away with it, man. All this wickedness they did, man. You stole this land from the Native American Indians, from Gad, Reuben, Issachar.
Well, first of all, let's go back 2,000 years. What about what they did to Yahushua?
Hey, you still got to pay for that too.
Revelation, it says, every eye shall see him, and them that pierced him.
Yeah.
Those were Edomites that pierced Yahushua. So what, they going to get away with that?
You ain't getting away, man.
You ain't getting away.
You ain't getting away. And you know it. And that's why you sitting up there scrambling right now, man. The space station trying to get an escape route.
Then in the book of Isaiah, the 63rd chapter, it speaks about how the Lord has a vendetta with Edom.
Yep.
Who is this that cometh from Edom with his garments dyed?
Go read it. Don't talk about it. Why talk about it when you can read it?
Read it. But you know what that shows? That shows the word is in us, brothers. It's in us. It's in us. And we're like Yahushua. We're like a walking Bible, man. You know, you can actually
be in these
that's
times,
that seer. You can actually see the word.
Yeah,
you can see it in your mind as you quote it. You see it on the words, you know. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Who is this?
That's right. That's
That's
the Yahushua. It says, this that is glorious in his apparel. He said, I will not meet thee as a man. Yahushua said he ain't coming back like a man. You know, this time he's coming in his total force, man. That's why I tell you in 2nd Ezra that you're going to tremble. When you see Yahushua come, the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFOs, which a lot of people don't really want to talk about. But when you look up in the heavens and you see the massive chariots, what you call UFOs, and Yahushua leading the charge, you're going to tremble, man. All right? So he's coming back in his glory. It says, in traveling in the greatness of his strength. What's that? Exactly. What's that talking about? That's talking about the chariots, man. You know how powerful the chariots are? They can just change form. You know, you can't even, you still don't got no technology to come close to that, man. Even though thou art wiser than Daniel. All right? By the way, for all those out there who don't believe
in the breakdown or the prophecy, this devil is wiser than Daniel, but even though he's wiser than Daniel, he's still not wiser than the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know?
Yeah, that's through his technology. Like the technology that we're using right now.
Right.
We're doing a live stream and then we're doing another video, right? We're having a press conference.
Yeah.
Hebrew Israelite press conference. There's a press conference, right? Jake like to play with the words. We having a GMS press conference.
Live press conference.
Yep. But anyway, this technology is an old technology. This goes back more than 3,000 years. It's called the Urim and the Thummim. All right. When you look up the word Urim and the Thummim, in the Hebrew, the word there is a Waryum. Samayim, which means light and perfection, and that's what this is. The smartphone,
computer,
the laptop, the desktop, the tablet,
TV,
the
television.
The television, yep. Well, the smart television,
Smart television.
That ain't nothing but the power of the Urim and the Thummim that the Most High decided to give it to you right now. In the last few seconds of your society. So you didn't figure this out, man. This is an old technology, man.
Yeah.
And we're using this to our advantage. Scripture say, make full proof of thy ministry. And that's exactly what we're doing.
That's right.
And I'm going to say this too. He mentioned the UFOs and stuff, the so-called, what you call UFOs. There's going to be a lot more UFO sightings in the year 2017 too.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, who was it? Christopher Columbus. You describe it as St. Elmo's.
St. Elmo's
the brilliance of the chariots.
That's heavy, man. It's heavy. It says, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. That's speaking about Yahweh Shai. He's the only one that's going to save us up out of here, man. You got a lot of you Negroes that think that and that's why the Lord basically is exposing cats like Polite. He was sitting there talking about